There's only one woman he loves, Hope, and that woman is you.
Here's a look ahead.
That's our daughter, our whole life.
Thomas!
Hi, Mom. My dad's marrying my mom. Don't do anything to come between them ever again.
Margot Robbie's A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey collected a disappointing number, even less than $1 million from the previews.
Read on.
Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell's A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey was released in theaters on Friday. The opening day collections are yet to be revealed, but the preview collections are not encouraging at all. The romance flick will evade the #1 spot in the domestic box office by a huge margin. Keep scrolling for the deets. The movie received mixed to negative reviews on the aggregate site Rotten Tomatoes. The critics gave it 38% on Tomatometer and stated, "Too solemn to have much fun with its high concept while also too saccharine for its wistful themes to resonate. This well-meaning odyssey never quite lives up to its title." Meanwhile, the audience gave it 65% on Popcorn Meter. There is minimal buzz around this film, and it might eventually prove harmful to it. Based on the latest data provided by box office analyst Luis Fernando, Margot Robbie's A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey collected a very disappointing number from the previews, even less than $1 million. The film collected $400,000 from the Thursday previews, which is almost around the last duel's $350,000 previews. It is reportedly one of the lowest previews post-COVID for major releases. The industry already had low hopes with this Margot Robbie star and is now near her last major release, Barbie. Initially, it was tracking to earn $10 million plus at the domestic box office on its opening weekend. However, now it is projected to earn even less than $10 million. The romance saga starring Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell is expected to earn around $5 million in its debut weekend, likely staying below it. What is the film about? The story follows two strangers who meet at a mutual friend's wedding and, through a series of extraordinary events, get the chance to relive pivotal moments from their pasts. As they revisit the choices that shaped their lives, they uncover the path that brought them to the present and discover an unexpected opportunity to reshape their futures. A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey was released in the theaters on September 19th. Note: box office numbers are based on estimates and various sources. Numbers have not been independently verified by Koimwa. And let's not forget the Queen of Chaos herself. Sheila Carter is 9 toes in, but she is far from gone. Her obsession with Finn is eternal, and her connection to Deacon is deep, complex, and historically passionate. The news that Deacon, her Deacon, is building a family with her son will be a trigger like no other. Spoilers warn that Sheila will be watching from the shadows, her jealousy growing with each passing day. She will see the bonding between father and son as a family from which she is excluded. In her twisted mind, she was there for Deacon at his lowest, and she helped bring Finn into the world. She will believe she deserves a place at this table. Her inevitable attempts to insert herself back into their lives, whether through manipulation, deception, or outright confrontation, will be the spark that turns a family drama into a life-or-death thriller. The great irony is that the threat of Sheila might be the one thing that could eventually force Steffi and Deacon into a temporary, uneasy alliance. Ripple effects. The rest of Los Angeles gets drawn in. This drama is too big to contain. The fallout will splash onto everyone. Ridge and Brooke. Ridge will firmly side with Steffi, his distrust of Deacon running deep. Brooke, however, will be torn. Her history with Deacon is fraught, but she will support Hope's efforts to help him and may even see this as a chance for Deacon to finally find true happiness, creating new tension in the bridge marriage. Liam and Bill. Liam will, of course, be Steffi's staunch defender, using this new chaos as another reason to question Finn's judgment. Bill Spencer, never one to miss an opportunity, may see a vulnerable Steffi and a distracted Finn as a chance to reinsert himself into her life as her protector. Lee Finnegan. Jack Finnegan's wife, who has her own deep-seated hatred for Sheila, will be horrified by this development. She will see Deacon as just another branch of the same poisonous tree and will likely pressure Jack to reinforce his role as Finn's real father, creating a potential rivalry between Jack and Deacon for Finn's affection. Paris and Zoe. As employees at Forrester and figures in the social circle, the Buckingham sisters will be gossiping at the center of it all, providing much-needed outside perspective on the escalating war. Spoiler forecast. What's next? So, what can you expect in the coming weeks? Sources indicate a forbidden alliance. Despite Steffi's warnings, Finn will begin secretly meeting with Deacon. These clandestine father-son lunches will be filled with awkward but heartfelt conversations, but when Steffi finds out, the betrayal will feel immense. A desperate move. Deacon, frustrated by his inability to connect with Steffi, will do something drastic, perhaps even fly to Rome to confront her directly. This will be the event that makes Steffi dig her heels in completely. Sheila's master plan. Sheila won't just be watching. She will orchestrate a chance encounter with Finn and Deacon together, hoping to reignite their past connection and slide herself back into the narrative. A crisis that forces a choice. A medical emergency, perhaps involving Hayes or Kelly, will force Finn to rely on someone in a moment of crisis. Will it be Deacon who steps up to help, finally proving his worth to Steffi? Or will it be Sheila, revealing herself and throwing everything into chaos once more? The stage is set for a monumental clash of love, loyalty, and legacy. Deacon Sharp's quest for a family is the stone thrown into the pond of Los Angeles, and the ripples will touch every shore. For Finn, it's a battle for his soul. For Steffi, it's a battle for her family's safety. And for viewers, it's a masterclass in soap opera storytelling that you simply cannot miss. Stay tuned to the bold and the beautiful. The drama is just beginning. Margot Robbie leads a new romantic fantasy called A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, sharing the screen with Colin Farrell as two strangers who meet at a wedding and end up traveling through time together, revisiting key moments from their pasts. The movie, directed by Kaganata and penned by Seth Rice, also stars Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Kevin Kline, Lily Rabe, Jodie Turner-Smith, Billy Magnuson, Brandon Perea, and Hamish Linklater. The film opens in theaters on September 19th, yet early reviews have already shaped its debut reputation. On Rotten Tomatoes, it initially opened to a 57% score from critics based on 35 reviews, but now it has dropped to 52%, leaving its reception in the middle ground. The audience ratings will follow once it lands in cinemas on September 19th, 2025. The reactions lean in very different directions. Admirers point to its striking visuals, emotional themes, and tender moments carried by Margot Robbie and Farrell. Others are far less convinced, calling it overly sentimental, pretentious, and weighed down by a script that lacks spark. Some feel the romance never fully connects, while others dismiss it as quirky for the sake of quirkiness. For Kaganata, the response marks a step down from his earlier acclaim. Columbus earned near-universal praise with a 96% rating, while After Yang followed with 89%. He wrote and directed both of these films. A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, by contrast, gives the writing duties to Rice and also comes with a far bigger budget,